amount of
$4,000.
$4,000.
4,000. If I could just from my next door neighbor on the next street, I believe it's Pleasant View. They just bought a similar size for about $1,500 for last year. And when we originally inquired into this piece of property, we were told it would be about $2,000.
Who told you that?
That, who told us?
Karen Martin gave it.
Carrie Martin?
Oh, Karen Marlin, oh, she's the secretary, that's who your initial contact would be here at Town Hall when you call the Town Administrator's Office, Selectman's Office.
Mr. Chairman, how do we set these prices? Right out of the air. I mean, you come up with the appraised value, then you
have
do
an assessed
70
value.
Right, and then you have all the fees, and then
Fees.
Joe's original motion bore no relevance to.
No, just,
We generally do, when it comes to these town-owned lands, a lot of these small parcels, the assessed valuation, it is of no value to generally anybody but an abutter, first of all, because most of them are not buildable. We're not collecting any revenue on this now, anyway.
Right.
But then what we were given was a breakdown of fees that have been spent over the years in acquiring the property, which was not, let's see. You know, that was minimal, that was.
talking about 8,000 square feet?
8,000 square feet, I mean, total, I mean, the town has $666 into this piece of property. The assessors give us a 70% assessed value, but that's just what they use. But in the years that I've sat on the board, unless it's a buildable lot or some significant use, right, you know, if it's buildable under one plot, there's an awful lot of hurdles that have to be made in order to.
A lot of restrictions on it.
A lot of restrictions on it, and a lot of hurdles in order to make it buildable. On the surface of the map, it may appear to be, but.
So there's no policy to recoup 2 times the town's cost, or 3 times the town's cost, or anything?
I don't even know, because in this particular case, it's a minimal amount. In some cases, you'll see we've incurred thousands of dollars in costs to apply. $5,000 to $10,000, and we're trying to recoup that. So to answer your question, there is no set policy. There was discussion in the past about some sort of a formula based upon the assessed valuation, but the board never accepted that. It's a matter of course, because there are circumstances where it may enhance the whole area when it comes to the needs for septic systems, particularly in the Martins Pond area, up around Swamp Pond area, where it actually enhances the whole situation of the neighborhood.
This parcel that was down on Lakeside Boulevard, August of 2000, it was sold. You don't know how big that was?
I don't recall.
Do you recall any of them?
I just recall Oakdale,
Lakeside Street.
yeah. And that was to help avoid what was going on up there. Algonquin, can I just remember that one there?
But we don't know how big they were.
I think it was about the same.
I pulled this out tonight, but obviously I
think it was
thought it
about the
had,
same.
I thought it had lot size on
The
it.
same thing with Oakdale up here too. Some of these were much larger. The ones up on Oakdale Road, I believe, were larger parcels. Some of these were larger parcels than this. But again, there's a, in that particular area, the wishes of the board were to restrict additional building on that particular street. So depending upon what the circumstances are, the board makes a determination. Again, the abutters list, just for your information, I think showed 2 other direct abutters who may have an interest in this also, as far as bidding on it once they see it advertised.
Yeah, I've seen a few couples come down and take a look at it.
Oh, is that right?
Well, that's what actually happened. How old was it? What was it? Right there.
Yeah.
Where's the road? Right there. Stop.
But again, you know, the board does not necessarily have to sell it to the highest bidder either. The board can determine, in other words, it goes out for public bid. We don't necessarily have to sell it to the highest bidder if the board determines that it's in the public's best interest to sell it to a direct abutter rather than a disinterested third party. And again, if you place these restrictions on there, placing these restrictions again then determines that it's not a buildable lot. Those restrictions are going to be on it.
Right, that takes it out, it won't be,
Right.
which protects the town.
So if someone's driving by thinking they're going to buy a piece of town-owned land and build on it, it isn't going to occur.
Well, the
Well,
minimum-
this is what it was. When came by and
The
bought it.
minimum requirement is 8,000 square feet.
Which is what this parcel is.
That's the most right.
That's how much it is.
Half of it is wetland.
So, the motion before us is $4,000. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. Thank you. All right, do we have school committee members? Some are in the hallway. Let's see if we... All right. Let's see, you're only 25 minutes behind schedule. Not bad.
Good.
If I could just ask,
Yes.
now that this price has been set, this is just an auction that takes, now, who do I contact to put my bid into?
Okay.
My office, Karen will be contacting you, Karen Marlin.
Okay.
And it'll be advertised, there'll be a date certain with a deadline where it has to come in,
Okay.
and then the town administrator will handle the bid openings after the deadline and report to the board what the bid offers are.
Okay. So letters, registered letters will go out to who is interested, who expressed interest, I'll do it?
No,
No?
no, there'll be an advertisement, it'll be advertised in the
Advertised
newspaper.
transcript?
It'll be advertised in the transcript, there'll be public notice.
Okay. And if nobody else is interested?
Then the board will consider the offer that's in. And if nobody's interested, then we'll continue to retain it. Public property.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Obviously, the air conditioner isn't enough BTUs.
No, it's turned on. It is warm.
That is a little more hot air.
It's set. It's set to
All right, I don't know where the town administrator went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, present. 5 of 5. Members of the school committee, good evening. Nice to see you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Not our intent. We always want to be on schedule, on time. Doesn't always happen. You know, you've sent a letter of correspondence to the board seeking this joint meeting to appoint 3 members to the elementary school building committee. Fill vacancies created due to resignations of Marcy Bailey and Victor Hernandez. Additionally, Mrs. Vaca, who was the school committee representative on the school building committee, has stepped aside. They picked up a few more hours, I would assume. So that would also creates a vacancy for the school committee representative to the board. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 individuals who have expressed an interest in the positions, in the 2 positions, plus assume it was Mr. Van Beaver.
School committee has voted unanimously to put forward Mr. Van Beaver as the school committee representative to the school board.
The recommendation of the, unanimous recommendation of the school committee was to have Mr. Van Beaver be the school committee representative on the school building committee. So that will be one of the two, one of the three, and then there'll be two other
That's correct.
citizen members. If we want to take the school committee member first, there's a recommendation, then I would recognize Mrs. Colella, chair of the school committee, make a motion.
Make a motion to appoint Stephen Van Beaver to school, elementary school building committee.
Seconded by Mr. Murphy. Is there any discussion? A roll call vote. Mr. Vino?
Aye.
Mr. Muldoon?
Aye.
Mr. Murphy?
Aye.
Mr. Rowe?
Aye.
Mr. O'Leary votes aye. Mrs. Vaca?
Aye.
Mr. Jervy?
Aye.
Mrs. Colella?
Aye.
Mr. Venezia?
Aye.
And Mr. Van Beaver, no abstaining. Mr. Van Beaver, you vote aye? Okay, roll call. Mr. Van Beaver has been appointed in a landslide. Now, the other two, we have 4 people who have expressed an interest. Kristen Carlson Ellis, Ellen Glue, Scott Stimson, and Shep Spear. Open the floor to nominations. Pardon me?
What is your intention?
If you want to, do we want to nominate all of them and then just have us vote?
That's how,
All right, then
that would be best.
the chair will consider that all people
Just put them all in.
nominate. Okay, Mr. Murphy?
Mr. Chairman, I move to place the following names in nomination as members of the Elementary School Building Committee to fill the vacancies created through the resignations of Marcy Bailey and Victor Hernandez. Kristen Carlson Ellis, 18 Pomeroy Road. Ellen Blue, 121 Chestnut Street. Scott Stimson, 251 Swan Pond Road. M. Shepherd Spear, 41 Lakeside Boulevard.
Second.
Okay. Motion duly made and seconded. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, just a point of information. Generally, under the usual process in the town, the people that are appointed or moved up in a case are people that currently serve as either alternative members or people who are currently sitting on as associate members on the board. I'm wondering if the same process that's continually been in effect in the town of North Reading is going to be carried here tonight, or is it going to be people that have never served just come in and be appointed to these positions? I just wanted to kind of know how that process is going to go.
And, my guess is the process is going to work by whoever achieves a majority vote of the people present and voting, which are 10 people here, so whoever achieves 6 votes gets appointed. It's at the discretion of the elected bodies, or the appointing authority in this particular case, to do that. As far as the point being that, some people have served in associate membership slots, or in that particular case, that has not always been the case as far as people being moved up. Additionally, any associate members in this particular school building committee was not done on a joint appointment. It was done on an ad hoc basis by the school committee and not a joint appointment by the Board of Selectmen and the school committee. So it's not a...
My point being on the board for 9 years, I know when we made those appointments, it was generally made and consideration was given to a person that currently is serving as an associate member. If they in fact wanted to move up, the courtesy was given to that person rather than solicit for other people to come in and take those positions.
Oh, I don't think that's the case at all. We solicit annually, and you sat on the board for 9 years here. We have current members and associate members on all town committees, boards, and commissions, where we advertise annually for vacancies that are going to be occurring due to expirations of terms. We advertise those every year. So, even though we still have seated members who are seeking reappointment, associate members who are seeking appointment, and we still solicit outside input from anybody else who might be interested in serving. And to shut out people who have never served before, I think would be a gross injustice too.
Well, I also agree with that.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
That's mine.
I guess my question is, how is the process going to work tonight?
All people have been nominated, and the members of the school committee and Board of Selectmen will vote. Mr. Fagan?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman,